To other stories now, the Fisheries Ministry and the Ghana Standards Authority have teamed up with the USAID to provide fish consumers an option of buying fish that are healthier and hygienic on the market. The organizations at the national launch of the Safe Fish Certification and Licensing Scheme here in Accra indicated how contaminated fish on the market are affecting the health of the populace. Head of the Inspectorate Division of the Ghana Standards Authority, Jessica Nkansa, says the Standards Authority is in talks with the assemblies to provide a space in the market for the certified and licensed fish sellers so the public will have an option of choosing fish that are free from contamination. Richard Kujinyako has more in this report.
Fish Certification and Licensing Scheme launched on Tuesday seeks to regulate the fish processing industry. The scheme recommends using improved fish processing methods and techniques as well as hygienic practices. Speaking at the launch of the program, head of the Inspectorate Division of the Ghana Standards Authority, Jessica Nkansa, explained they will ensure a regulation of the domestic market and give Ghanaians better quality food products on the market.
When it comes to the contamination, you can have contamination from the handling. For instance, their hands, the equipment they use, and you can have contamination from the process they use. For instance, if there's too much smoke, the product would have too much smoke, which is carcinogenic, we know. So these ladies have been trained to know how to handle fish, wash the fish, do not put it on the ground, make sure there's no contamination coming in from the pets, from the pests, and all those, as well as from the processing techniques. And this, we have tested from the laboratories that there is a massive improvement in these contamination levels. So now the Ghanaian consuming public is going to have access to safe fish, which would not have an adverse effect on their health. We are even working with the municipal assemblies to have set aside markets for this fish, so that when you want it, you go there and you have it. Of course, there may be a premium to it, but it's a small price to pay for the long-term effects on our health. So they would have a choice to make as to which kind of fish to buy.
Deputy Fisheries Minister Moses Enim says the move is a strategic one to make Ghanaians at all levels of food chain to enjoy healthier fish that are not compromised.
Safe Fish Certification and Licensing Scheme is to bring standards in our local post-harvest handling processes, to have a SOP, a standard operating procedures, common to everybody. If you have this certification and you start up with a bad fish, definitely you end up with a bad product. Okay, and the complaint will come and the certification at a point you will be stopped. They will withdraw your license, withdraw your certificate and all that. Okay, so it is a strategic approach to let the Ghanaian at all level of the value chain be very sensitive to the quality that we want to establish.
USAID Mission Director Paul Plever explains the project will bode well for the Ghanaian society and help in the consumption of quality fish resources.
The fishing industry, as I've said, is a source of income for millions of people. My background is as an economist, and this fact I think is worth emphasizing. We've heard it from our speakers, but let me add a little bit as well. There's only so many fish that can be fished out of the ocean here. As we all know, there is a limit. However, value can be added to what is pulled from the ocean. And certification is a great way to do that. When someone goes to the market, they will pay more if they know that they will be healthy, if the food is safe. Hotels, high-end customers are really looking for these kinds of certifications to add value to what we already have. So,
the Feed the Future Ghana Fisheries Recovery Activity is a USAID-funded project that has the purpose to prevent the collapse of the small pelagic fisheries sector and establish a durable basis for its ecological recovery while enhancing the socio-economic well-being and local resilience of artisanal fisherfolk and their communities. Richard Kujinyako, Joy News, Accra.